Hi everyone! So it's been a little bit since I've posted. I was recovering from my surgery. I'm all good, I'm all bandaged up. So today I'm going to be talking about a little bit of drama that's been happening in the cosplay community. And you know what, I feel like I have some right to talk about this. I used to be a cosplayer. Don't talk about that though. We don't talk about that. I'm not like a seasoned cosplayer or anything. I cosplayed for like, what, 3-ish years, and I went to like 2 cons within that time. The last one I went to was actually last year, just because my friend wanted to go. I have experience like in the online sphere of cosplayers and how information gets spread on internet about cosplayers, and a lot of different scandals that have happened within the cosplay community. Cosplaying's fun. I just lost interest. Ignore my dark past. This has been kind of brewing on TikTok. This creator named Ribbon, who is a supposed mentor for cosplayers, been mentoring a cosplayer for a couple months, and then they allegedly did some heinous acts at Katsucon. Now, like I said, I haven't gone to very many conventions, but word spreads very, very fast in the cosplay community, and especially at cons. If someone's acting a bit fucked up at a con, then people will genuinely know pretty quickly. Even though I've been like out of this cosplay sphere for a while, I still learn shit about cosplayers and what happens at cons. Quick disclaimer, I'm going to briefly mention SA. I'm not going into any detail about any kind of SA. I'm just simply going to state that it happened, but I just wanted to say that just in case. I'm first going to talk about everything that Ribbon alleges, I don't know if that's the right way to say it, happened at Katsucon, and then I'll talk about everything that's happened afterwards. So I have a lot of notes about this because there's a lot. Most of this is about what Ribbon is alleging this cosplayer did at Katsucon. Ribbon claims to have been in the cosplay community and a cosplay mentor for about 13 years now. What they supposedly do is help cosplayers get jobs for conventions. Not really for the convention, but more for like the sponsors and companies that are helping run the convention. They will sometimes have cosplayers do a certain cosplay and go to the event, and they will pay for the ticket, hotel, whatever. It actually doesn't happen that often, and if it does, it will be like a probably pretty big cosplayer, and the person that Ribbon is alleging this all happened with wasn't massively big. I don't know if that's making sense, but like, bear with me. Not many cosplayers actually get paid to just go to the cons. Sometimes they will get like free tickets and everything to go, but it's not very common that they will get paid by a company and the rooms will be paid for, the tickets paid. Like, not that common. A lot of times professional cosplayers will make their money from like brand deals and stuff like that, so, or just like posting their content online, like they'll get paid by TikTok or YouTube, you know. Ribbon says that usually when it's someone a position, whatever, he will typically go to the convention with this person, and he says that he was too far away from Katsucon to go with the person, especially if it's like a new person he's mentoring, then he'll come along with them just to make sure they don't do anything fucked up. Because a lot of fucked up shit usually happens at cons. Apparently this person got a walker position and was going to be in panels. Like I said, I don't know too much about cons and how everyone gets paid, like how cosplayers get paid at cons. So when they went to go check in at the hotel, they wanted to get checked in early, and when the staff said that they couldn't do that, began to just be really rude to the staff, acting really privileged about it, like they should be allowed to get checked in early because they're working for this company or whatever. In the end, someone helped them calm down. When they could, they got checked into their room and got ready. Usually you have to do a cosplay check-in, which is basically like the company will check your cosplay and make sure that everything's good and that, you know, it's not going to damage their reputation, and just general making sure everything's okay with your cosplay. Apparently the cosplayer was extremely intoxicated at this point when they went to go do their cosplay check-in, and had called Ribbon and had gotten naked in a room full of people, or partially naked I guess, but like, you know, flashing people in this room. The cosplayer states that they thought that they had to get the cosplay they were currently in checked, and had stopped them, probably got them get dressed again. The cosplayer's excuse for this was apparently they had gotten drunk on the flight over, and they thought they hadn't drunken that much, so they didn't think that they would be too fucked. On the first day of con, Ribbon says that this person took some drugs. I don't know what to say about that. there's not a lot more I can explain on that. Because they were high or whatever, they missed a couple of their panels, would walk in to the panels after they had finished and just sit there. That their cosplay wasn't put on secure enough, so pieces would just kind of slip or fall off, and they would essentially flash people just like walking around the con. That they were being rude and insulting other people's cosplays, you know, just being like, oh, mine's better than yours, whatever. By the way, if this happens at a con, usually if there's someone acting inappropriate in like any fucking way, because cons are usually, you know, all ages, security will be on your ass. Like, unless Katsucon's security is so incredibly shit, I do not see a way where this person wouldn't be removed within like an hour of it happening at the very most. You know, Ribbon didn't mention this, so I don't know if it would have happened or not, but no one came to be like, hey dude, your cosplay's like fallen off. Let's stop that. You know what I mean? Apparently there are videos and like pictures of like all of this happening. I haven't seen any pictures or videos of any of this happening. I couldn't even find the name of the supposed cosplayer that this happened with. Some videos seem kind of cryptid about this, but for what I could see, a name was said, and I'll talk more about all that in a second. But as far as I could see, I couldn't see a name anywhere. So at the end of all of this cosplayer calls Ribbon and is basically begging to not be fired. And the company apparently still paid for their room and tickets, didn't actually pay them for being there because fucked up pretty badly. At the end of the first day, the company wasn't going to pay for anything else. They could still have their room and their tickets, and they could still go to the other days of the con, but the company wasn't going to be associated with them anymore, which would be really fucking generous of a company. Like, whoa, they were representing you as they were like walking around flashing people and just being a dick. They then went to an evening event in a different cosplay and apparently took some more drugs, and once again they didn't put their cosplay on properly, so once again they were flashing people, parts were falling off. At this event they allegedly essayed multiple men and had to get kicked out from the event. This cosplayer is now allegedly banned from 42 different companies, banned from Katsucon and maybe other cons, we don't know. That is basically the end of the everything that happened at the con. So about the cosplayer that was doing all of this, like I said, I couldn't find a name, and I don't think people should go out looking for a name because none of this fucking happened. Because like I said, shit spreads so fast in the cosplay community. There is no fucking way that this person could get away with all this shit and just no one have evidence, no one fucking knows. It just doesn't seem possible that all of this happened. No one's posting videos, no one's posting photos. The first person to talk about this was Ribbon. So apparently, according to some other people, Katsucon doesn't have many companies that sponsor it. It's like I said before, you can work for a company and go to a con, but it's not very likely, and Katsucon isn't actually one of the cons that does that. Companies just basically go there, promote their own stuff, and they don't usually have cosplays attached to it. That is, as far as I know, what happens at Katsucon. I'll put up the creators tags that I've seen talked about this and have probably more information about this than me, so go watch their videos on this. Ribbon is also a not so great person. A lot of cosplayers or just a lot of people in the community are scared to talk about Ribbon and be against them, really, because Ribbon loves to attack people. And once people realized that this wasn't a true story and Ribbon was just making this up, and people would comment being like, you're full of shit, would try to call their employers and try to get those people fired from their jobs. So a little disclaimer, I don't want to be doxxed. I know I'm very small and not a lot of people will see this and whatever, but I don't want to be doxxed. Not really for my sake, it's because I live with people. And also, please don't call my jobs. They don't know I have a YouTube channel. Ribbon also claims to be a counselor and like well versed in psychology. I don't know how true that is, but apparently you cannot find like any like certificates. You can't find any proof that Ribbon has any qualifications, which usually you can do for counselors. Ribbon has also accused many people of being groomers or essay apologists. And a lot of people have been harmed by what Ribbon says and the lies that Ribbon creates. Along with all the lies and just hateful things Ribbon spreads. On Ribbon's Instagram, there is some spicy photos of some characters that are minors. Ribbon is 26 years old. And I believe they were posted a while ago. Hey cosplayers, if you're gonna be cosplaying a character that's a minor, maybe don't put them in a little sexy outfit. I know that the cosplay community was a bit different, especially when I was in it. You would see that type of shit a lot. Like, you would see a lot of people cosplaying characters that are minors and being in like little outfits basically. And a lot of the times their excuse is like, oh, it's like an aged up version. Like, I'm not cosplaying them as a minor, I'm cosplaying them like when they're an adult. I don't really like that excuse because it's like, I don't know. it's still kind of messed up. And I think that is fucking insane to accuse people of being like groomers and horrible people and still having that up. Like, that could have been years ago. You know what, fine, sure, years ago, people make mistakes. Still a bit weird, but if you don't agree with what you did anymore, why the fuck do you still have it up? That is basically all I have to say on this. Please don't harass anyone. The cosplay community can be really fucked sometimes, so you kind of have to be careful when you want to support a cosplayer. Which is kind of why I've gotten out of the community a bit, because it can just get like so crazy. That, and also I just kind of moved on from it. Like, it wasn't really fun for me to do anymore, so I kind of just gave up on it. Just be careful. It's the same reason why I don't like to follow emos. That sounds really fucked, but like, come on, if you know the history of like popular emo people, you know why I'm fucking cautious. Like, and if I want to get into like an older band, especially like older alternative band, gotta be fucking careful as well. Gotta do your research for them, because you never fucking know. A lot of them have a history. It's real fun, isn't it? Apologies if I seemed a bit erratic in this video. I wanted to get everything out in a shorter way, and two, this is my 4th cup of coffee today. But look at it, isn't it cute? I haven't been drinking coffee for like a week, a bit more than a week now, and I felt crazy without it. That's all I gotta say for this video. Thank you for everyone who has been wishing me a good, happy recovery. It's been pretty chill, hasn't had that much, so. Even though I've been gone for a bit, I've gained a couple subscribers, so thank you so much. I will try to be back on to my posting consistently-ish. Also, give me ideas. If you see any drama that you want covered, whether it's niche or not, I don't care. I'm covering like a cosplay drama right now, so I don't care. I'll dip my toes into whatever little community. Thank you for watching. Hope you have a lovely day. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.